Welcome to the world of deep tech. In this video, we will look at Founders Agreement. We will try to understand what it is and why it is so difficult to put one in place from a founder's perspective. We'll also try to understand the importance of this agreement and key considerations while putting one together. A Founders Agreement formalizes the relationship between founders by specifying the ownership and voting structure. It sets the relative expectations on salary, contribution of investment from each founder, and organizational hierarchy for different decisions. Quite often, founders, especially smaller teams, if they thought about it at all, split the equity in the startup equally. This avoids conversation regarding hierarchy, and founders don't have to deal with conflicts related to ownership. However, equal division is seldom equitable division. It doesn't take into account different levels of experience, personal networks, and investments each founder brings in. It doesn't reward the members of the team who are more productive or putting in more effort. It doesn't allow for evolving nature of the startup's strategy. It could also lead to voting deadlocks since everyone is equal. This equality may also lead to lack of clear leadership during those pivotal moments when important decisions need to be made. Many founders also understand that there is a lack of certainty along various dimensions such as technology, product, and market, and that this makes it difficult to apportion the shares equitably. They also do not have complete understanding of what it takes in terms of finances, expertise, and other resources to make the startup a success. Most often, they do not know each other's true skills, compatibilities, and level of commitment to the project. There are also several issues such as self-serving biases and greed that may undermine the equitable distribution of rewards and responsibilities during the early stages of the startup. Two important factors to consider when drafting the Founders Agreement are the timing of the agreement and the duration it takes to negotiate it. Founders can choose to negotiate a Founders Agreement as early as at the start of the collaboration or can wait as late as just before external investors step in. Negotiating it early ensures that there is no opportunism and everyone is participating in the startup after being well aware of the commitments and rewards. This is especially suitable for founders who are very uncomfortable with ambiguity, as it reduces uncertainty related to contributions and rewards considerably. Some founders take a long time to negotiate this agreement, while others tend to do it in a jiffy. A rapidly negotiated Founders Agreement can help the team avoid brinksmanship and focus on the company. It brings considerable clarity as long duration of negotiation can be unsettling for the founders. A well thought out, well negotiated Founders Agreement indicates the professionalism of the team and is especially well suited for heterogeneous groups of founders and large teams. In general, early and rapidly negotiated Founders Agreements correlate with lower performance, especially if the team decides to go with equal split. Now, let's consider the factors that founders need to consider while deciding on the terms of the agreement. The founder's equity is based on each one's contribution of money, time, and expertise or intellectual property. It should also be based on seniority, experience, and networks that each person brings to the startup. In addition to these objective criteria, there are subjective criteria such as individual opportunity cost in joining the startup. For example, a senior executive who is leaving a six-figure salary job has a lot more to lose than a fresh graduate out of college. It could also be argued the other way around, as the senior executive probably has a large savings account that can sustain her, while a fresh graduate has little to fall back on to sustain herself. Each member of the team may have different preferences for how much salary they want to draw from the startup during its formative years. They may also have personal circumstances that limit their ability to participate in the startup full-time. Based on these, founders can estimate each one's expected contributions in terms of investment, time commitment to the startup, and knowledge and opportunities she can bring to help the startup succeed. Apart from these factors, there are unanticipated factors like one or more founders leaving the company or being booted out for various unforeseen reasons. The startup might also change its strategy, which will change the relative significance of contributions of different founders. It's also possible that commitments made by the founders at the time of the agreement may not be fulfilled for various genuine and other reasons. A well-drafted founders agreement should take into account all these known, anticipated, and unanticipated factors. A typical founders agreement will include several standard clauses we discussed in our previous video on partnership agreements. In addition, it will also include specific clauses outlining equity allotment to each founder based on past contributions adjusted for opportunity cost, seniority, knowledge, networks, and personal preferences. It will also include options allotted to each founder that can either vest over time or based on milestones related to future contributions. Provisions to enable transfer of founder shares among the founders and restrict transfer of founder shares to third parties will be included. Standard clauses to ensure confidentiality and non-competition from any founder leaving the company will also be included. While in general, major decisions are made based on voting rights, processes for day-to-day decision-making can be incorporated to best reflect the team dynamics. The founders' agreement will also specify ways to resolve deadlocks. It will also capture the form and the modalities of dealing with future financing by the founders. In summary, we discussed the motivations and challenges related to creating a founders' agreement. We also looked at implications related to when and how long the founders stay to negotiate this agreement. We also looked at various known and unknown factors to consider in drafting the founders' agreement and the key terms that capture them. Thank you for watching. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.